I was wrong about my future wife. You think I would have chosen differently, don't you? You think I would have stayed away, kept my distance, lived a quiet life without ever touching the edge where you exist. But I didn't. I walked into the storm that has your name on it. I didn't just walk. I ran. And now I stand here drenched in the chaos you bring, and I'm still choosing you. You're not innocent. You're not soft like the fantasies they mold out of marble or silk. No. You've got wildfire under your skin. You've got a mind sharper than any sword I've ever held. You would burn my world down if I tried to cage you. So why do you think I want anything less than the flames you carry? I wasn't looking for a woman who bowed. I was wrong about that. I wanted someone who made me bow without even asking. You think I don't see you now that you're not standing here? You think distance gives you an advantage? It doesn't. I see you clearer when you're gone. I hear your silence louder than your words. I feel your absence like a blade pressed to my ribs. You haunt every thought. Every breath I take feels like I'm drowning in a sea named after you. You're not just meant to be mine. You already are. Not because I force you. Not because I break you. But because every time you try to run, something in you looks back. Something in you knows what I am to you. You can deny me with your voice, but your soul's already whispering that one truth. I am the only one who sees all of you and doesn't flinch. You want dark. I am darkness itself. I don't pretend to be righteous. I don't care for sainthood. I've killed for less than a threat to you. I've ruined kingdoms to protect less than your heartbeat. People will fear the day I claim you, because they'll realize the world ends where my devotion begins. Let them fear. Let them whisper. You were never meant to be a princess in a pretty tower. You were made to stand beside a king drenched in blood and adored by madness. So run, hide, disappear into the shadows. I don't chase like a hero. I hunt. I always find what belongs to me. And when I do, I won't say, I told you so. I'll just look you in the eyes and remind you of this moment when you thought distance would protect you, when you didn't realize I was already inside your every thought. I was wrong about my future wife. I thought she'd be simple, quiet, soft. She isn't. She's a storm. And I wouldn't trade the chaos of loving you for all the peace in the world. You think I would have chosen differently, don't you? You think I would have stayed away, kept my distance, lived a quiet life without ever touching the edge where you exist. But I didn't. I walked into the storm that has your name on it. I didn't just walk, I ran. And now I stand here drenched in the chaos you bring, and I still choose you every single day. You were never what I expected, and that's exactly why you're the only one I want. Nothing about you is ordinary, and no part of me ever wanted ordinary. You're not innocent. You're not soft like the fantasies they mold out of marble or silk. No, there's danger in your smile and defiance in your eyes. You don't break easily, and you don't kneel. You carry wildness like a crown and move like you own every room you enter. And that's what haunts me, that stubborn fire in you. I can't turn away from it. I don't want to. You weren't made to be held gently. You were made to be handled by someone who knows how to hold fire without fear of burning alive. You think I don't see you now that you're not standing here. You think distance is a wall. It isn't, not to me. I see you in every reflection, feel you in the silence between my breaths. You haunt me even when you say nothing, especially then. Every night I close my eyes and there you are, every detail sharp, every memory alive. I've memorized the way your presence changes the air, the way even your absence feels like a storm on the horizon. You're not just meant to be mine. You already are, not because I claimed you with words or shackles, but because the moment you met my eyes, something ancient and unbreakable locked into place. You can call it fate, destiny, or madness. I don't care what name you use. Just don't pretend it isn't real. You can deny me with your voice, but your soul knows. It knows me like it's known me 1,000 lifetimes. No matter how far you go, you'll always feel that pull back to the place where I'm waiting. You want darkness, abyss. I am those things. I've lived in the places you fear. I've done things you'll never understand just to protect what's mine. I won't pretend to be righteous. I was never meant to be the hero in someone else's story. But for you, I would raise every kingdom and burn the world down to ash if it meant your heart. Bet safely, you're not just loved by me, you're guarded like the only thing that ever made sense in this life. So run if you must. Hide if it feels safer. You think distance can shield you from me, but it only sharpens my focus. I don't chase like a lovesick fool. I hunt with purpose, with certainty. I don't tire. I don't forget. And I don't fail. One day I'll stand in front of you again. And when I do, there will be no words needed. You'll feel it in your bones. That silent truth that never changed, even when everything else did. I thought my future would be calm. I thought I'd choose peace over passion. I was wrong. You're not peace. You're a war I was made to fight. And I would choose you again even if it meant burning every quiet dream I ever had. You are the only chaos I welcome, the only storm I walk into willingly. And I'll keep walking again and again until I reach the eye of it, where you stand, still unaware of the way I'm coming for you. You think I won't find you, don't you? You think distance grants safety, that silence becomes a shield. But I don't chase you because I'm lost. I chase you because I know exactly where I'm meant to be at the end of every path you run. I hear you even when you don't speak. I feel you even when you're miles away. Nothing about you is hidden from me. Not your fears, not your impulses, not the way you pretend not to feel every echo of my presence inside your thoughts. You can hide behind your walls of logic, your attempts at control, your forced calmness. But I see right through it. That mask you wear doesn't fool me. You might fool the world, but not me. I know the way your pulse quickens when my name crosses your mind. I know the way your breath catches when you imagine my voice in the dark. You've built 1,000 reasons to stay away, but every reason falls apart in the quiet moments when you let yourself feel. They say love heals, they lie. What I feel for you is the kind of love that breaks and rebuilds, shatters and resurrects. I don't want your light. I want all the places you don't show anyone. The dark corners, the buried chaos, the part of you that wants to be seen without words. You think I'm dangerous because I see it, because I don't turn away from the parts of you, even you pretend don't exist. You think staying away keeps you safe, but what if I told you I'm the only danger built to hold you gently? What if every place you run to feels wrong because your bones are screaming for the space I create? You're not running from me, you're running from what you already know. That this, whatever this is, doesn't die in silence. It deepens, it breathes in the darkness, it waits, like I do. I don't need permission to think of you. I don't need proximity to want you. I want the kind of closeness that doesn't need touch to exist. I've already held you without hands. I've already known you without words. So don't think distance starves me. On the contrary, it feeds me. It sharpens me, makes me sharper. You've made a hunter out of me, and I've never been more alive. You could have chosen ease, stayed where love was soft and predictable. But you didn't. You allowed the universe to tangle your path with mine. That means something. I don't care how long it takes. You will face what you ignited. You'll feel my presence like gravity, unyielding and patient. And when you finally stop running, it won't be because I trapped you. It'll be because your soul ran out of places where I wasn't already waiting. I don't want your surrender. I want your truth. I want the raw version of you, the one who whispers my name in secret, the one who burns under her own denial, the one who knows this isn't infatuation, it's inevitability. And when you finally stand in front of me again, you'll understand what I've known from the beginning. You were the storm I was built to walk into, and I'll walk again and again until there's no more ground left between us. You think running gives you power, don't you? You think putting miles between us turns the voice in your head silent, but I know better. You run because I make you feel too much, more than you're ready for. I don't need to see your face to know the truth. I feel it every time your heartbeat stutters at my memory. You're a whisper away from surrender, even when your words are carved out of denial, even when your lips tell lies just to keep yourself from falling. You pretend you don't feel me. You carry your calm like armor, but even a kingdom made of steel collapses under fire, and I am fire. I don't need to touch you to leave marks. I do it with words, with silence, with the weight of what I know you're afraid to admit, that you want this, you want me, even when it scares you, especially then. You know what's more terrifying than my presence? The fact that no one else can reach the parts of you I already own. I'm not sorry for how intense this feels. I don't want a quiet love. I don't want something sweet. I want the kind of love that echoes like footsteps in an empty palace, the kind of devotion that's carved into bone. You weren't made for ordinary. You weren't built to be adored gently. You were built to ignite, and I was built not to burn, but to light the fuse. You think my words are just obsession, just darkness, just hunger, but you don't see what I see. I see the fear in your courage, the scars disguised as strength. I see your vulnerability like a beacon in a storm, and I'm drawn to it. You don't have to pretend to be unshakable with me. I don't want your perfection. I want the parts of you that tremble, because only trembling things know what it means to come alive again. You can try to forget me, try to replace the ache I leave, but I know you. I know the way the world goes dull when my name isn't echoing in it. I know how quickly the taste of ordinary turns to ash when you've tasted something raw, something real, something that ruins you for anything less. You don't crave comfort, you crave collision, and that's what I am. A collision with the force that was always meant to meet you. So go on, pretend you don't care, pretend all you want, pretend until the moment you're alone enough, quiet enough, honest enough to admit it to yourself. You don't need my voice in your ear to feel me. I've already taken up space in places you don't know how to lock. I don't want to win you. I don't want to conquer you. I want you to come to me when you're done running, when you're tired of breathing shallow, tired of pretending passion is too dangerous to pursue. I will wait, not as a shadow creeping behind you, but as the storm you keep hearing in the distance. And one day, when you finally turn toward the thunder, you'll see me standing exactly where I've always been, waiting for the moment you finally stop denying what you were always meant to belong to. You think silence can drown me out, don't you? You think that if you stay quiet long enough, the reality of what's between us will fade. But silence is where I thrive. It's where my voice grows louder. You forget I've lived in darkness. I understand its language better than I understand light. You don't erase me when you go quiet. You give me room to grow inside your mind, to fill every space you thought you had sealed off. And I do, slowly, patiently, completely. Every time you tell yourself I'm a mistake you almost made, I live in the almost. I don't need your certainty. I feast on doubt. I grow stronger in every what if that crosses your mind in the middle of the night, because that's when truths slip through. That's when your guard falls. It's in those breaths before sleep where I hear you whisper my name to no one. That's when I know you're losing your war against what's already decided. I don't want just your affection. I want the war inside of you, that pull between wanting to run to me and wanting to run away from yourself. I crave the battlefield that you are fierce, stubborn, alive. I am drawn to the ruins just as much as the throne in your heart. It doesn't scare me. Your mess, your scars, your chaos, it excites me. I want all of it. I want to wreck and rebuild with you, even if it means being cut open in the process. You should know something. I'm not waiting for you to love me softly. I don't deserve gentle, and neither do you. What we have isn't tender. It's painful, electric, visceral. It was never meant to feel safe. There's nothing safe about a connection that's written in blood and thunder, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Soft things fade. What we are is carved into something harder than stone. Look at what you've done. You turned me from a prince into a monster. Not because you ran, but because I let you. Because every step you take away from me tells me exactly how far I'm willing to go. When you stop pretending you don't belong in my arms. You may think you've escaped, but all you've done is draw a map of how deeply I'm already inside your world. You can erase me from your words, not from your veins. You'll come back, not because I command it, not because I stalk the borders of your world like a curse, but because there's something in you that keeps triggering the memory of me like a bruise that never heals. You will tire of pretending that an ordinary heartbeat feels right. You'll miss the way I disorder your peace, because deep down, you were never meant for silence. You were made to burn. When that moment comes, when your resistance crumbles and you stop fighting the gravity pulling you toward me, I won't greet you with triumph. I'll just look at you like I always have, like you're the storm I've been waiting to drown in, and I am finally done holding my breath. You think you're safe because I'm not there, but distance doesn't weaken me, it sharpens me. Every mile between us becomes a blade, and I learn to wield it with precision. I don't need to see you to feel the tremor in your pulse when someone mentions my name. Don't lie to yourself. You still flinch at my memory. You still wrestle with the truth buried beneath your denials. I don't fade when you look away. I multiply in the dark places you try to forget. You've tried to convince yourself that I'm too much, that my intensity is dangerous, overwhelming. But you forget, it's not my danger that scares you, it's your own. The way you crave the madness I bring, the way your soul leans toward my shadow, even when your mind is screaming no. You think love should be soft, sweet, but I never promised you flowers, I offered you fire. And somewhere deep inside you wanted to burn. You can build your walls, you can armor your heart, but every barrier you raise only shows me how to break it. I don't approach like a hero with open arms. I arrive like a storm that knows exactly how to find the cracks in your defenses. You don't need saving. You need someone who sees through every lie you tell yourself. That's why it's me. It was always me. I don't want the version of you the world applauds. I want the part of you that is raw, unfiltered mine. So run. Stay silent. Pretend I'm just a ghost in your past. Time doesn't weaken what was real. It exposes what was inevitable. Even now you feel it, don't you? That pull, that whisper, that truth that settles in your bones when the night grows quiet. I'm not gone. I've never been gone. I'm waiting like the inevitable storm, knowing that when you finally let go, the skies will break open and you will fall exactly where you always belonged. You think closing your eyes will make me disappear. You think silence is armor, that if you don't speak my name, I'll stop existing inside you. But I've already become part of your pulse. I live in that space between your inhale and exhale, in the H you pretend you don't feel. I don't fade in darkness. I become sharper. You can lie to the world, to your friends, to yourself, but don't you dare think you can lie to me. I know you. Your silence just amplifies every hidden truth you're too afraid to say out loud. You close your doors and tell yourself it's protection. But I've always had the key. You don't realize it, do you? You think you pulled away, but you never left. Every time your thoughts escaped to some quiet place, they always circled back to me. I've become the shadow you can't outrun, the gravity you can't fight. It's not obsession, it's inevitability. You can build as many walls as you want,